People like you and I who are news consumers, and people like me who are news analysts, and people who look at the news and assess it through a Christian prism, we are at the mercy of the news deliverers, okay? Reuters, Associated Press, CNN, Fox. We're at their mercy. Unless we can get on the ground and be right there, then we have to look at what they give us. Sometimes we have to read between the lines. Sometimes we go, yeah, something's not right. You follow me. So here's Reuters. I'm going to read this story. This is what came out. There's other stories out there, but this is what it said. An Islamic court in Saudi Arabia has sentenced a man to death for renouncing his Muslim faith, the English daily Saudi Gazette reported on Tuesday. The man in his 20s posted an online video ripping up a copy of Islam's holy book, the Quran, and hitting it with a shoe, the newspaper reported. Saudi Arabia, the United States' top Arab ally and birthplace of Islam, follows the strict Wahhabi Sunni Muslim school and gives the clergy control over its justice system. Under the Wahhabi interpretation of Sharia Islamic law, apostasy demands the death penalty, as do some other religious offenses like sorcery, while blasphemy and criticism of senior Muslim clerics have incurred jail terms and corporal punishment. Executions in Saudi Arabia are usually carried out by public beheading. That's what it says. What's the man's name? Did the man convert to Christianity? Did he just renounce Islam? What did he say? What was posted on his video that he put online where he tore pages out of the Quran? That's number one. Number two, it gets much sloppier. They say Islam's holy book, the Quran, all right? So here they are, tipping their hat to it. And then they go off the rails and just tell something that's not true. It says, Saudi Arabia, the United States' top Arab ally and birthplace of Islam, follows the strict Wahhabi Sunni Muslim school and gives clergy control over its justice system. That's not true. It's just not true. Their constitution says that the judiciary will be independent, but that it will follow Sharia law and that it will follow the, quote, traditions of the prophet, close quote. The Wahhabi sect, okay, doesn't get to recreate Islamic law. They follow and enforce Islamic law. This is just plain sloppy journalism. And it's under the Wahhabi interpretation of Islamic Sharia law, apostasy demands the death penalty. Well, as we will see in the next segment, all historic, orthodox, Islamic schools of thought on Sharia law, all of them call for the death sentence of an apostate. The end. Okay? What they're doing here is they're giving cover to Islam. Most of us don't know what the Wahhabi sect is. We have no knowledge of the relationship between the Wahhabis and the Sauds, and how when Saudi Arabia got its freedom from its colonial masters, the Wahhabis and the Saud family of Saud made an agreement to have a very religious, devout, secular, or rather religious state. Most of us don't have any clue about their background. So this gives cover to Islam. What they need to say is, under Sharia law, apostasy requires the death sentence, not under Wahhabi interpretation, blah, blah, blah. It's a lie. It's not just sloppy journalism, it's a lie. I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, I will read to you from the four main schools of Islamic law and interpretation of Sharia. I will read to you what they say about the apostate. Don't go away. I have been a leader in the pro-life movement for 30 years. And sadly, we have not prevailed in our goal to make it a criminal act to kill an unborn baby. There's reasons why we have failed. I wrote this book, A Humble Plea, to Catholic bishops, to evangelical clergy, and to lay people, explaining where we went wrong and what we have to do to prevail. We've made this available as a PDF online for free. I encourage you to go and download your own copy. Why does a nice guy like me keep getting thrown in jail? I have been arrested almost 50 times and spent over a year of my life locked up in various prison facilities. And I wrote a book, many books. In fact, one of them is called, Why Does a Nice Guy Like Me Keep Getting Thrown in Jail? It's a theological work, answering those who say that the church should not be involved in politics or that we should retreat. I encourage you to get it. In fact, get one and give it to your pastor.